Boeing CEO Dave Calhoun has announced his resignation after weeks of pressure for change at the company. It's part of a major shakeup of the aircraft maker's top management after a string of safety incidents that led to the grounding of some 737 MAX and 787 Dreamliner jets. CEO Dave Calhoun will step down at the end of 2024, almost a year to the day since Boeing's latest safety scandal. The overhaul also extends to Chairman Larry Kellner and CEO of its commercial planes division, Stan Deal. The plane maker has faced increased scrutiny since a door plug blew out mid-air on an Alaska Airlines flight on January 5th. As a result, the company's shares are down around 25% since the start of the year. Major airlines have said Boeing's troubles are bleeding into their businesses due to the slowdown in its output as it deals with its mounting problems. The FAA gave Boeing 90 days to come up with a quality control plan. If it fails to meet the deadline, it could face serious ramifications. And now let's get more on this with Derek next. So he is the CEO at Airspace Africa and an aviation analyst. And he joins us now from Uganda's capital, Kampala. Thank you for being with us this morning.
It's a pleasure.
So first of all, what's happening at Boeing and what's the latest after this shake-up at the management?
Yes, so the shake-up actually goes a little bit farther back, about a month ago. The head of the 737 program, Ed Clark, had to step down. And this is just part of an ongoing reset at Boeing. At the moment, after everything that has happened, especially with the Alaska flight, Boeing needs to reset its relationships with its employees, needs to reset its relationship with its suppliers, needs to reset its relationship with its customers, and a relationship with the regulator, who is not happy at the moment. So we've had, as you said, Dave Calhoun has had to step down. Well, he will leave at the end of the year, so he'll still oversee the rest of the year at Boeing. But the head of the commercial division of Boeing has had to go, and he's been replaced as well by Stephanie Pope. And we've seen the shake-up go as far as the board as well. The board chair will not seek re-election for this year. So the shake-up is huge, but it does not come as a surprise. To be honest, after the MAX crisis, Boeing was due a very huge shake-up, and Dave Calhoun was brought in to replace Dennis Muilenberg. And it looks like the reset that was required after the MAX crisis has not quite happened as it was desired. And from safety, we've now moved to quality issues at Boeing.
Interesting. As you said, it looks as if Boeing has to reset many relationships there, and they have 90 days to do so. Now 60, though. Will they make it on time? Are you optimistic when it comes to the company itself?
Well, it's very difficult to be optimistic at the moment because it's almost like Murphy's Law for Boeing right now. Everything that is bad, that could happen, that is bad, has happened. And what you're referring to came from an audit by the Federal Aviation Administration. Boeing actually failed on 33 tests out of the 89 tests that were done with the audit, and its supplier, Spirit Aerospace Systems, also failed about 7 tests from the 13. So Boeing, as you said, was given 90 days, and they need a comprehensive plan to change the safety. They need a new safety management system. They need a quality management system as well to address the current concerns in production. So yes, the clock is ticking. I'm confident that Boeing will come up with a plan. The question is, will the regulator be happy? Because at the moment, the regulator is looking very, very intricately at Boeing as it stands.
Stock-wise, do you think the share price has a potential to tumble even more? Because some analysts are actually saying this may be a very good entry point if the company is able to turn around the situation. What do you think?
Yes, Boeing share price has not been doing particularly too well ever since the MAX crisis. So it goes way back. But, as a famous investor, Warren Buffett, once said, when there's blood on the street, it's the best time to actually invest. So the situation couldn't be any worse for Boeing. But perhaps for the brave punter and the investor, this might be the opportunity. Listen, Boeing really needs some time to turn around, to return confidence in the general public, to return confidence to investors and to the people at Boeing itself. So this is definitely going to take time. But the shakeup is definitely an encouraging and a welcome sign for everyone who is looking at Boeing as an investment as well.
Interesting. And apart from Boeing, the aviation sector, the airlines, but also the tourism sector have been doing quite well. There's some strong momentum there. Do you think it will continue? What do you think for the rest of the environment?
Well, the rest of the environment, the global aviation industry bounced back very strongly last year, especially from the pandemic. People are flying more than they've ever flown before. The demand for flying is extremely high. And at the moment, the capacity actually needs to come around. So because Boeing exists pretty much in a duopoly with Airbus, the industry needs Boeing to get back to the dominant and the excellent aircraft manufacturer that we know it to be and that it's always been. Because Airbus alone cannot cover the gap if Boeing steps down. And at the moment, the Federal Aviation Administration has actually capped Boeing's production to about 38 aircraft per month. But the industry definitely needs more. The order book for both manufacturers, Boeing and Airbus, is extremely huge, and some carriers will be receiving aircraft as far as the 2030s. So the industry needs Boeing to be performing at its very best.